Well, it looks like he who shall not be mentioned is making his way back to Old Trafford. Mason Greenwood. So hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Football with Priscilla. I am Priscilla, obviously. So hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now I have a very interesting video for you guys today. But before we get into the video for today, make sure you share, like, and subscribe. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe. I just wanted to give my opinions on a lot of Manchester United transfer news. But before we get into the transfer news, I just want to talk about this news that has surfaced about Mason Greenwood. Now, this is a story that people normally tap dance around. People don't want to talk about it because really it's a moral dilemma. All right, because you look at Mason Greenwood and you remember how he was such a gem. Like Mason is a United talent. Like when was the last time our academy produced a talent like Mason Greenwood? I don't remember. Like Mason Green was miles ahead of Rashford, miles ahead of McTominay, miles ahead of every academy player that Manchester United ever produced. And the way we were just ready for him to grow into the player that we knew he might become, and then everything just fell, like it capitulated. Like even as everything was falling, like for me it was just so hard to understand because we had so much high hopes for Mason Greenwood and everything just capitulated, like done, like everything just done. In the blink of an eye, our little James was taken away from our hands because obviously of what he was alleged to have done. So there's this moral dilemma, and I keep on seeing this on Twitter and on other fan channels where people are divided, right? People want him to stay and play for Manchester United, and people want him to go because they don't want him to play for Manchester United. And I'm gonna be honest with my opinion. For me, I'm like, I don't know where I stand because we all saw everything that happened. Like, we're not new to the situation. And so there's this part of me that's like, he's a great, amazing player. Like, to let a player like that just go, his talent go to waste, it hurts me as a Manchester United fan because I know no one there in our front, in our forwards, right, comes close to what Mason was. He was a right winger, but he was so amazing on goal. There's no one as great at scoring goals at Manchester United currently that can beat Mason Greenwood. There's no one. Rashford is miles behind. And knowing that there's that player, for me, I'm like, oh, do I want him to stay? And then there's this part of me where I'm like, but would it be right? Like, would we be rewarding bad behavior if we let Mason Greenwood actually stay? Granted, people say no, there's second chances and everything, and I get that. I understand that. Like, there's second chances. Everyone deserves a second chance, but there's this whole part where people are like, are we giving? Like, are we rewarding him? Like he like allegedly people have already anyway, according to the law, he was not convicted, right? But people in their minds have already said he committed the crime. So for most people, they're like, there's no way, there's no turning back. And so it's like we're all at this place where we don't know what to do. We have a great player who we know as Manchester United. We have him, he's ours, and he's a gem. And then there's this other side, the human side of us, where we're like, okay, but this guy allegedly, okay, we don't know if it's what he did. The law said he was, as all the charges were dropped, but like the public already gave him a verdict, right? Let's not just run away from that. The public already gave him a verdict. So the human side is like, should we really give him a second chance? Like, should we let him play for Manchester United? And just not even that, like when you look at Mason as a player, how old is he? Should he be 20 or 19? And I'm looking at him, I'm like, that guy is young. Like the pressure that he's facing right now, because I'm thinking, if Mason came back, right, he comes back to the team. There are obviously those teammates of his who will be like, ha ha ha, but like in their hearts, they're like, ugh. And then the fans won't give him that grace. There'll be those fans who are like, we want him back, right? And then those fans are just like, we don't want him. Because I know for a fact he will be booed by rival fans. Booed. They'll even make a song for him. And then also he will be booed by Manchester United fans that don't want him to be there. So like, what are we saying? Is Mason Greenwood mature enough to handle that kind of pressure, or what? Like the mental health, like his mental health, will he be mentally capable of handling the pressure and the backlash that is going to come his way if ever he steps foot at Old Trafford? So there's all that. So yeah, so obviously news is coming out that Mason Greenwood, that, oh, the story is that Eric Ten Hag would love Mason Greenwood to come back to the team, but we don't know how true that is. So yeah, so there's that. So that's with the Mason Greenwood issue. A lot of people tap dance, a lot of people don't want to talk about it. But at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, as a Manchester United fan, you have to address that issue. He is a Manchester United player. We once loved him, right? So there's that. So the other thing I just want to talk about is Harry Maguire saying, "Hell no, I ain't leaving. I am not leaving Manchester United." And Eric Ten Hag getting stressed that he's not leaving. Like, I understand why Harry Maguire doesn't want to leave. I mean, it's Manchester United. But then again, you're like, Harry, you don't even play. Why are you still here? So there's this whole issue of players not wanting to leave Manchester United and players wanting to stay, even if they're not doing anything. Now, do we blame Harry Maguire? No, I personally blame Manchester United, who give ridiculous contracts with ridiculous wages to players when the player hasn't even done anything that big. We give them contracts, and do you think a player is going to leave a contract where he's earning high wages to go to another team? Like, you understand where he's coming from. Like, you understand where Harry Maguire is coming from when he says, no, I don't want to leave. So I understand the wages. At the end of the day, one thing I think people forget, that we tend to forget, is that players are human beings, right? So even the hurtful comments that people say, even the critique, it gets to them. But even the money also gets to them. Like, they're also human, they've got family, they also want the cash that you and I both want. So like, I understand when they say no. So there's the whole thing. And then there's also the Kim Min Jae story that I just want to jump on, because I am tired of seeing Kim Min Jae this, Kim Min Jae that. Is he coming to Old Trafford? Yes or no? Like, you have Fabrizio Romano saying this, you have Ornstein saying this, you have this, you have this. There's so much information on Kim Min Jae. Like, are we getting Kim Min Jae or not? Like, personally, I've been looking at the Kim Min Jae clips and I'm like, well, he's not that bad. I mean, I've been watching his compilation videos and it's not like, oh my god. Maybe if I see him playing for Manchester United, I'm like, oh my god. But like, for me, I just think he's okay. Like, he's an okay defender. I'm yet to like get up of my seat and be like, yeah. Why I'm not jumping on the Kim Min Jae bandwagon is because yes, he's been great for Napoli, but like, we've seen a lot of players come from other other what other leagues come to Manchester United and they flop. So I am not going to do that to myself this year, next season. I am not going to be hyping a player just to be disappointed. Yeah. So the Kim Min Jae issue, I just wanted to go away. And there's the one thing I also want to talk about is Declan Rice. Why aren't we jumping on the Declan Rice bandwagon? I have seen Manchester United is linked to this, but I am yet to see Manchester United get linked to Declan Rice. First of all, we are still at the Mason Mount issue. I thought we have let Mason Mount go. Why do I still see news of Manchester United in talks with Mason Mount? Oh my gosh. Am I the only one who doesn't rate Mason Mount? I don't understand. Like, I don't rate Mason Mount. We should be putting this energy on buying Declan Rice. Granted, we don't even know who our owner is. But like, that's beside the point. Like, well, it's not besides the point, because if we knew who our owner is, we could know if we could go for a player like Declan Rice. But for now, we're going for Mason Mount, which I have no idea, and I need someone to explain for me why on earth we are still on Mason Mount. Mason Mount is, oh, he's one of the most overrated players I have ever seen. Why are we still going for him? I personally would go for Declan Rice. I don't know why Manchester United is not going for Declan Rice. Like, I don't even know why Manchester United is not going for anyone else. We're still stuck on the Mason Mount issue. I saw a tweet saying Aston Villa wants to buy Yeri Tillemans, and yet Manchester United are trying to buy Mason Mount. I don't think right now we need a Mason Mount. I think right now we need more so of a number 6 to help back Casemiro if Casemiro gets injured. We need strikers. Yes, we need a number 8, but like, is Mason Mount really the answer? Like, is it Mason Mount a number 10? Don't we need the number 8? So I don't know. Like, is Mason Mount the number 8 we're looking for, the attacking midfielder, the box to box midfielder? Because I feel like the number 8 role would perfectly suit Declan Rice, who we are clearly not going for. Imagine Arsenal getting Declan Rice instead of Manchester United. That would be so heartbreaking. So I honestly don't understand why Manchester United is not going for Declan Rice. But yeah, so there's that. It was just a mini rant. So yeah, so that's what I had for you guys today. I just want to talk about Mason Greenwood and whether or not, how do we feel, like, what do you guys think? Should he come back to Manchester United? Are we jumping the gun? Should we just let it go? Should he go on loan or should he be sold? What do you guys think? I would really want to hear what you guys think. But anyway, so yeah, that's what I had for you guys today. Thank you so much guys for watching. Make sure you share like, and subscribe. Bye.